Hello and good morning. Well, at least as of recording this video, and happy start to the Mozart week. Yay! So, for those who on my page who don't know, in Salzburg, starting on January 23rd, so today is Mozart Celebration Week. Yay! And it goes until February 2nd. And it's all to do with little Wolfie, little Wolfie. This is a Christmas ornament. It's all to do with little Wolfgang. It's all to do with our dear maestro, who will be celebrating, I believe it's 278 years? Goodness me. 278 years of Mozart. And there's lots of things that they do in Salzburg, I have read. There are concerts, there are exhibits at the Mozarteum, there are exhibits at the Mozart House, so tours, that sort of thing. But for me, that's not good. Oh, wow. But for me, given that I am a Mozart page, of course, because of, where is it? Stay a little Wolfie. Because of Faithfully Yours Mozart, I am going to begin today by posting, some Mozart movies and series and things that you can watch if you enjoy Mozart like I do. And I think it would be appropriate to begin this countdown on my video. I'll be doing mainly like just posts like, you know, oh, Mozart celebration day to this movie. But to begin, where would any Mozartium or Mozartian nerd be without Amadeus? Amadeus is a 1984 movie starring Tom Hulce and F. Murray Abrams in the role of Salieri and Mozart, respectively. This is the director's cut edition on Blu-ray, because Mozart, Amadeus, I should say, is not always available to stream. You should, get this on DVD, put this in your collection. It's a wonderful film. It's historically fictional in a lot of aspects, but it is a worthwhile piece to any Mozartian nerds collection. And this was the first piece of Mozartian DVDs that I plan to have in my collection, as a matter of fact, at some point. I want to get Classical Lloyd, and I want to get Amadeus, the theatrical cut, on DVD. That is the plan. And then, of course, following that will be Mozart's Das Musical and any other fun little Mozart, movies and DVDs. I will say, some Mozart movies, shows, and things like that are region locked. So if they're on DVD, or they're on any kind of physical media, they are region locked, and they're not streaming anywhere. You'll be lucky if you can find some of the ones that I'm going to share. And if you do find them, please watch them and enjoy them. This is the one we're going to start with today. So Amadeus, the director's cut is 3 hours long, and unpopular opinion, I think it's superior. Number one, because I think that the story makes much more sense with the director's cut. than the theatrical release, but that is an unpopular opinion. The play is also really good. I have the book version of the play. Wonderful, wonderful book, if you can get that as well. Very rare to find, but I was very lucky. I found a copy, and I got that in the early days of my Mozart research. I will also say with this video, that coming on January 27th, we have the sequel to Faithfully Yours, Mozart the Courtship, as well as the release of the standardized edition of this paperback. So you will be able to purchase Faithfully Yours, Mozart, hopefully in a traditional size, on January 27th, as well as buying the disability print accessibility version of Faithfully Yours, Mozart, Love's Enduring Symphony, which is the sequel to this book. So, get your hands on both of these books for the beautiful price of $15 USD, at least for the paperback editions of the disability accessibility versions. And if you so desire, you can also get them in hardcover for $20.99 USD. That includes the sequel. So the sequel will be $12.99 USD, and then its hardcover is somewhere in the $20 to $21 range USD. Available internationally, I will say. This whole entire series is, including the sequel. Also, if you would like, please do go to our Spotify page, subscribe, follow, and listen to the audio drama version of Faithfully Yours, Mozart, featuring two beautiful neurodivergent actors in the roles of both Constanza and Wolfgang. The next episodes are scheduled for February 14th and February 21st, respectively. And then the episode after that, the episodes afterwards, that will be scheduled for sometime in March. At least one per month. I'm making the exception of 2 for February only because it is Love Month, and this book contains a little bit of romance with Wolfgang and Constanza. So, it's titled as a romance, but at some points it feels more like The Theory of Everything, or A Beautiful Mind, or, a biopic in some ways, but a historical, fictional biopic about Mozart and the 10 years that he had with his wife Constanza. It is also from a disability perspective, so if there is anybody who is seeking representation in historical fiction, look no further than Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. There are lots of articles out there. Mainly, as I've talked about before, they are clinical articles out there that try to examine Mozart in the clinical perspective of disability rather than the humanization of disability. So if you're looking for a humanized take on disability, and you're looking for a Mozart who is more neurodivergent, this is the take here. We have the beautiful musical Infinity Loop, of course, on the cover, which I feel like was so representative of Mozart. Most covers with Mozart on them, not this next one because this next cover features Constanza, but the cover art following that for book 3 has the infinity symbol loop on it. And so, it's a nice little gesture to an aspect of Wolfgang that is not really talked about. So, for this Mozart week, if you would like to purchase this, that would be such a blessing to me, only because there's lots more to come from Faithfully Yours, Mozart. It's not just a 2-book series, it is a 5-book series, and 2 prequels, I will add, that are also coming about Mozart in his youth and his time when he met the Weber family. So there will be, there's quite a lot coming for Faithfully Yours, Mozart, but this Mozart week I will be, of course, talking more about the sequel to Faithfully Yours, Mozart the Courtship, and hopefully as well, sharing some fun Mozart movies and TV shows on the Faithfully Yours Mozart Instagram page. So, with that said, if you would be so kind to subscribe, to comment, to like, to show some love to this series, as well as to anything related to Mozart that I'll be sharing on my Instagram. I will be excited to celebrate this first Mozart week of mine in my way. Either through watching some Mozart movies and things that I love, such as, of course, Whom the Gods Love, 1936, or The Lives and Loves of Mozart with Oscar Werner. I will be sharing some more stuff on my Instagram page as well, linked below. And until next time, I am Faith Jacobs, signing off.